This is why Dora be kicking y'all out her shop. This is why Dora be going off on y'all hoes. Because what are you doing? Like, why would you come here with that? This is some shit that you take to your cousin and let her install for you at her house. Why would you come to the salon with this? Like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Taz, and I'm going to be talking to you about another day in the salon of the job that I'm starting to hate, actually. And I'm not gonna say I hate it, but it's like the customers are starting to be the customers. I don't know, like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, right? Do people just sit on TikTok or YouTube and watch things that they see people do at home, or like, and then they just want us to do it? So today I went to work, and first I had a walk in for somebody that just wanted a bob cut, right? So I already was irritated because somebody else did your hair and then you're coming to us for us to fix it and style it for you. Like, I just feel like that's just so, I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments, leave your feelings below. But I just feel like most hairstylists don't like that. Like, she came to get her hair cut. So who installed your wig, didn't cut it? Like, I don't get it. But anyway, went, did it for her. She loved it, right? So I had another appointment, and the appointment was a sew-in, which when I looked at my booking, I just seen sewing. I don't know what I thought I seen. I thought I just seen the sewing. When I looked again, no, when I finally asked her, I was like, what is it that you're getting? She was like, a sewing with no leave out. I said, a sewing with no leave out? So you're getting the closure? She's like, no. I said, she wants the middle part sewn with no leave out. So I'm like, back in the days, I used to do illusion parts. And I'm like, is that what she's talking about? Because who's doing illusion parts still? Like, why would you want an illusion part when you can get a closure? The closures are this size now. It's not like, okay, you have to have a whole bunch of hair left. I mean, a whole bunch of glue. You could sew them down now. Let me take a drink because these people stressing me out. Middle part sewing with no leave out. So in my head is given, maybe she don't know that she has a closure in her bag. No closure. 3 bundles of hair from the hair store. Mixed blend, some type of mixed blend. Like, and you would think, okay, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. No. She wants the sewing. So when she takes off her scarf, her hair is this short. I'm talking about literally this short. So who was gonna sew that in? Who was gonna braid your hair to sew that in? My nail's not even long, and I still couldn't sew that. I couldn't braid her hair, so I had to wait for my friend stylist next to me to try to braid her perimeter at least. And I was like, "Listen, baby girl, the best I could do for you is a bond-in, which is a quick weave, and I'm gonna have to do illusion part because you don't want a closure. So we going back to the illusion part, which the illusion part looks so fucking stupid. It's like, why would you get an illusion part when you can get a closure? We have 2x6 closures at the shop. Anyway, so doing the hair, I had to wait almost like a good 45 minutes for the girl next to me to finish braiding her client. She have a really good grip with short hair, but she said she couldn't do the whole head. She could only do the perimeter. So she had to actually hot comb and flat iron the little pieces just so she could braid the perimeter for me, right? So once she braided the perimeter for me, I mold her hair down, put her under the dryer. And I'm like, I started cutting up the little pieces. If you know, you know. You have to cut up pieces. I haven't done that illusion part shit in over 9 years. Like, why would you? Anyway, so now she's in a rush. She got to go to work. You come do your hair. You want all this extra shit, but you in a rush and you got to go to work. Anyway, so she was late. She was going to be late. I was not about that. That don't got nothing to do with me. You was going to be late. I have another client texting me. She's in the parking lot. Now, mind you, this is somebody here who I did before, right? She a Jewish girl, which she was sweet. I ain't gonna lie, she was sweet. But she have this wig that she thinks is human, and I'm telling her it's not human. And she's telling me she paid $900 for it. And I'm just like, $900 for what? Not this wig. You ain't paying $900 for that wig. Stop it. Don't piss me off. You know you ain't paying $900 for that wig. But she said she did. And knowing like them Jewish people, they do be spending a cutting a check on their wigs. So now she's coming back because first of all, the wig was a closure. Well, no. First of all, it was a synthetica, which means it's a mixed blenica, which means you could barely do anything to it. That was the first problem. Secondly, it was a closure. So it stopped right here. Third, her hair is not the same color. So normally, like when their hair is the same color, I usually take out the edges from the sides so that they could blend it because I already know how these white girls are. They like to be able to pull their hair back. You know, they always doing that white girl thing, the cutesy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be trying to like, couldn't do that with her wig because it was a closure wig. And then her hair, now I could have done it with a closure wig, but her hair was black and the wig was like a blonde, so it couldn't work. So now she's like, "Oh, what is this?" And I don't know. It's just not. I can't pull my hair back. It did like, come on now. I told you that you wasn't gonna be able to pull your hair back. And then she's like, "Oh, it keeps tangling. I don't think it's real human hair." You don't think it's what? Because I thought somebody who thought they knew more than me about wigs was telling me that it was human hair 2 days ago. Oh, I could have told you that. I told you that in my sleep. I could have closed my eyes and feel that wig. I could have told you it wasn't human hair. Come on now. I've been doing this. So anyway, she came in after I was done. Well, while I was finishing up the last person, the last girl with her invisible part foolishness, comes in and now she's telling me all this stuff and now. So she had, like sometimes, like when you try to glue a closure wig to somebody's head, it's gonna slip back here a little bit. So it slipped back because I'm sure because she keep doing this. Knowing white girls, we bring our hair to the front. White girls always doing this. So I'm sure this is what she keep doing, and because she keep doing that, it's pulling back, and now the glue part right there is starting to look black. So I cleaned that off and whatever. This is a perfect example of a full day of clients that make you question like why you doing hair. Obviously you're doing it for the money. You have to work, you have to pay your bills, but it's like really, like this is really what I signed up for. Like I don't remember signing up for this. Like I don't want to deal with this. I want clients coming in with 3 to 4 5 bundles of good hair. If they know they don't want no leave out, they bring their closure. If they don't bring their closure, they know they have to buy one. Their hair, if they're doing leave out, their hair matches the same color as the bundles. Like make it easy, a little easy for us. Just make it a little easy for us. Because like, come on now. It's 2025. There's no reason why I should have just did an illusion part. There's no reason why. There's no reason. Why would I do that? That don't make no sense. But I had to do it. Because what was I going to tell the customer? She done seen some shit on YouTube, TikTok, or Pinterest, what is it? And she wanted the same thing. This is a life. Like, who really telling y'all that y'all could get this stuff done? Another lady, I think it was like a week ago. So she drops her wig off, like most people who get in a wig install, because they give you could bleach it and it'll help save them time. She dropped the wig off, and then I sent her the appointment. When you send the appointment, it tells them the price. So I don't know if that's what it was. I'm gonna just assume that that's what it was. She changed her mind, like no, she don't want to get the install anymore, but she didn't pay a deposit. The wig, her leaving the wig, I just let her leave that as a deposit so that because I'm like, she gonna have to pay when she come back, or she's not gonna get this wig. Like. I bleach the knots because I'm like, all right, let me do the right thing. Let me bleach it ahead of an appointment because a lot of times we be just hairstylists. We be busy as fuck. We be busy trying to just get it together. You know what I'm saying? So we be bleaching their hair when they walk in. I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I could tell you. Hairstylists, we be bullshitting. We be bleaching their hair when they come the same day, even though we be telling them to drop it off the day before. We be doing that dumb shit. But I try not to. See, me now, I was like, you know what? Let me do the right thing and bleach her hair in advance. So when she come to her appointment, shit is already ready for her. It's going to be. So boom, I bleached the knots. The hair was orange. because you know them cheap wigs. When you bleach the knots, it sometimes it's orange. So it was orange. So what I did was I didn't tone it because it was late night when I bleached it. I was like, all right, at least if I have to tone it the day of her appointment, it'll still be okay. Like, oh, I'm here to pick up my wig. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna be $75. She's like, $75 for what? I said for me bleaching the knots and customizing it. She was like, oh, I never told you to bleach my knots. Ma'am, you left the wig for me to do what with it then? If it wasn't for me to bleach the knots. Oh, I don't know. I didn't tell you to do that. Let me see the wig. I show her the wig. I show her how it's bleached. She was like, let me see what you. I show her the bleach. She's like, oh, you ruined my wig. I didn't ever ask you to bleach it. I was like, what? I was like, everybody who gets their wig installed knows that the stylist is gonna bleach the knots and customize it before they come to their appointment. That's why you left the wig. Like what did you think you left it for? For me to look at it and play with it? Like I don't get it. So anyway, she freaking I'm like, okay, the best I could do for you is $50. Cause you know, I'm like, all right, maybe she didn't understand, but she's still gonna pay something. Cause one, you canceled the appointment. So normally it would have been a $25 deposit you would have got that would have got canceled. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just charge her $25 for the little bleaching of the knots and shit like that. The lady was like, no, she's not paying that. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, she was like, oh, I spoke to this person. I said, well, you didn't speak to me. And if you didn't want me to bleach the knots, you should have called me back the same day, and I would have bleached the knots. But I already bleached the knots. I already used product, so you know I'm gonna give you a discount. All you have to pay is $50. This lady went on and on and on and on. No, she not. She not. She not. I was like, okay, well, we're gonna leave this wig here until you figure out what you're finna do, because I'm not about to bleach knots for you and then you finna do what? Take the wig and go do what? You canceling the appointment. I bleached the knots already. What you think is going on here? She ended up walking out and came back later on with the police. So I was walking outside the salon and I'm going to the quick stop to get me something to drink. I think that because I was in between clients or with my last client or something. I was probably taking a break. But anyway, I was walking to the quick stop. I seen her outside with the police. I just was passing by. She pointing at me. She was like, that's her right there. So the officer tried to talk to me. I was like, officer, give me a minute. Let me go get something to drink because I'm going to need it. So I went, came back. When I came back, she's telling the police, oh, yes, she damaged my wig. I never asked her to bleach it, blah, 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 blah. Same shit she was telling me, lie, 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 lie. She just kept lying. So the police was like, well, ma'am, why did you leave your wig? Same questions, common sense questions. Why did you leave your wig? If you didn't want her to bleach the knots or customize it, why would you leave it? Why don't you just bring it? Oh, she told me I had to leave it. You had to leave it because it needed to get customized. So anyway, long story short, they told her that she couldn't do nothing about it, and that she would have to. It's a civil matter, and she would have to take us to court. And she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do that." I'm like, "Ma'am, you're not about to take me to court for no wig like that. Okay, so just chill out, relax." But I went back inside, and I think it was like yesterday or day before yesterday, she came back to pick up the wig, but I wasn't there. She ended up paying $50 with a credit card. I think she's gonna dispute the charges, but whatever. Like the quality anymore. Like they just keep buying anything, and it's like, you think if you get 3 bundles for $75 that you really gonna get? What do you think you're gonna get? Like, is it just me? Am I tripping? Now, don't get me wrong. I heard. My bad. I have seen some good shit on Amazon. I have seen some decent shit. Decent. I ain't gonna say good. Good enough. I've seen some good enough shit that could get the job done, but come on now. That 32-inch for $75, please. It's not giving what you think it's gonna give. And the thing that people don't realize is on Amazon, the pictures are stolen. Them Chinese people not do, where they get these pictures from? Who they're stealing pictures off of anywhere, and they're just saying this is what your hair could look like. This is not the real hair. And I would think like by now we done been through a lot of years of Amazon. We done been through a lot of years, and people are still not knowing that those wigs, those pictures don't go with the hair. That is like false advertisement. How y'all don't know that? Y'all see y'all cousin on there. Y'all see y'all homegirl from down the street. Y'all see the girl that y'all follow on Instagram. She go to China. It's starting to get draining doing hair. It's just starting to get draining. The things that people, it's like people still want to do frontals, wigs, even closures. And they're in levels. Closure, bonding and quick weaves. Sew-ins and quick weaves. Frontals, quick weaves and sew-ins, and then wigs. Wigs and frontals could kind of go in the same way, but wigs are, to me, more maintenance than frontal sew-ins, quick weaves, or closures. So if you're wearing wigs, you gotta know, like, yo, one, I need some good quality hair because I'm gonna have to keep brushing it, styling it. Why would I want to be brushing brittles and hay hair in my head? Why would I want to install that? It's just not making no sense. It's just not, it's not given. It's like, use your common sense when it comes to stuff. Not everything you could get cheap. Everything cheap is not good. And we could tell when your hair is cheap. Sometimes, most of the time, 9 out of 10, we could tell when it's cheap. So come on now, do better. Stop coming to the, every time I see somebody with jacked up hair or they coming in with some mixed men bundles, or they'll come in with a closure and the closure got stitches. Like, I think about Dora. I'll be like, this is why Dora be kicking y'all out her shop. This is why Dora be going off on y'all hoes. Because what are you doing? Like, why would you come here with that? This is some shit that you take to your cousin and let her install for you at her house. Why would you come to the salon with this? Like, but anyway, that's enough venting for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we have better stories tomorrow. Okay. Bye. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Pretty As Taz. Follow the hair page, Wigs Are Us. And I'll see you again later. Bye, guys.